Good morning, this is Christy, and thank you for watching my video. I made this video yesterday, but I had my headphones attached to my computer, so I was trying to upload it and send it to everybody, and you couldn't hear anything. So here I am again. So in my video previously, and I'm going to try to remember every single thing that I was speaking about, I didn't have any sleep yesterday. So I was up for over 24 hours. And the reason being is because I felt the energy that was being sent into my being. And it was just shaking me and shaking and shaking. And it's been so intense, and it comes in little spurts. So yesterday I just felt like I was like vibrating on high speed. And it can be a little uncomfortable, but it will take place when you get to a certain point. And this is not a certain point, because it is always happening. And especially if you are waking up, it is coming in little spurts. And when it does this, because there is a complete death that has to take place within your body, and it speaks about that death process in the Bible, to be reborn within the spirit. And so we really physically feel this, and it comes out as feeling physically ill. And in the beginning, it happens in just certain areas of where your chakras are. So if you're feeling physical symptoms, like if you're feeling pain in your legs and your knees, your abdomen areas, your heart, your chest, or your upper body, your head, whatever it is, those are the places that are trying to be fixed. We have 7 chakras the main chakras that we speak about here. But there are many other chakras that exist throughout our bodies, but the 7 main ones are the ones that we tend to focus on. But there are ones that are in our hands and our wrists and everywhere. And when everything begins to shift towards the very end phases of your renewal, and it never ends, it will always be renewed and renewed. You will feel every single thing vibrating: your hands, your feet, every single section of your body will begin to do this. But in the beginning, for myself, I had tons and tons of indigestion area discomfort. And this has always been my weakest areas, especially even the midsection of our body. Of course, that's where all of our organs are. So lots of vomiting, lots of dizziness, lots of indigestion, lots of cramps and pains like that, and irregular periods, or not having a period and then having a period for 6 months. So yeah, it's been really crazy. So I didn't sleep, and that's one of the symptoms. And I have been very, very hungry, except today I'm finally not so hungry, and also the vibration has kind of ceased a little bit today, which I am thankful for, but I'm a little queasy today. And so the significance I also want to speak about with this November process, especially the 11/11 ascension, it is, if you are the one who has been chosen to wake up during this time frame, if you are noticing the 11/11 and you feel this higher calling, you have a correction that needs to be made within your own self, which means that you have to let go of every single thing that you have ever known, that you have ever felt, that you have ever experienced within your life. It's the shadow self, it is the human self that has to be rid of. And I know a lot of people probably felt terrible on 11/11. But for myself, I had a sense of calmness and peace, and I knew that something greater was happening for myself, because I have done the process of elimination already in the past year. And I have taken those steps on my own to do that. I wasn't being, forced into it. But again, I want you to remember that my wake up process was taking place for at least 18 years of me knowing this, okay, of not knowing. But I have been aware of it this past year. this has been the greatest year of this wake up process, but it is a whole process and it takes however many years that is necessary for it to occur, for it to happen. So you have probably been waking up for a decade or longer, but it is just now coming into the point of your own awareness. So that's the difference. Now you are aware of what's taking place, and now you have a little bit of control of what you can do with this wake up process. So you can sit and fix the things that you need to fix without having it forced down your throat, because God is going to win in this wake up process. He will have you doing whatever it is that you agreed to do, if it is your time and if you are one of the chosen ones to do this right now. So I recommend you surrendering, because when you surrender, it becomes an easier task. And you need to nurture yourself with love. And you need to nurture what is happening to you with love. You need to nurture the ones around you with love. It makes it all go away faster. So during this process, you have your own process that you have to manifest and become reborn in, if you will. And if you are already with your Adam and Eve, that's what I like to call it, your twin flame, your soulmate, whatever it is you resonate with, then you have a second job that you are doing. But as you shift your awareness and step into your light and your truth and live your purpose, you are automatically shifting your soulmate, your Adam or your Eve, whomever it is. And from what I seem to understand is that the woman within this relationship is the one who tends to wake up first. I think the male has the opportunity to do so, but they don't, because men are more of the stronghold. You know, if they're more strong and strengthened, and they don't have that type of mindset and a belief that I think they're not as sensitive, if you will. I don't understand really why, but I think also the woman has to wake up first because we committed the first sin. So we are the ones who are chosen to correct that sin that we did in the previous, in our very first existence with Eve. So that's just my thoughts. And as we wake up, we not only drain our counterpart of their energy, okay? So that creates a chaos within them, and a lot of confusion and a lot of inner turmoil within their own life and their own existence. So again, it is so important for you to nurture yourself and to love yourself and stay in complete alignment with what love is and your truth and your purpose. Because as you continuously shift, you are pulling your counterpart, that energy. You're pulling the negative energy out, and you're creating a balance within them. And that light that you are now is going back. It's like a cycle, a cycle, a cycle of give and take, of give and take. You're helping correct what is wrong within him. You're helping him see the shadow self, the illusion part of him, and you're helping to heal him or her, whomever it is. And so my part of this wake up process, my awareness part, is that I have automatically shifted my husband, and for the past couple of weeks, especially this, for November here, he has really opened up to what is taking place within him, and I am truly blessed. I am truly grateful that this is taking place, because now he is rising more, and I know that what I am doing is helping him rise more. But we have been married for 18 years now, and has our marriage been beautiful? No. And it's only began to work when I began to shift, when I became more aware and chose to surrender over a year ago, when I told God that I needed to fix my marriage, and I surrendered to you, God, I need to fix it. That's when my light truly began to shine and everything shifted. I wanted to have everything reflect love. I was going to love my husband the way that he deserved to love in the eyes of God. That means letting go of all of our things that has ever happened in the past. And it has been traumatic. Our marriage has been traumatic. And this is something that a lot of people don't understand, that when you are truly with your Adam or your Eve, it's not beautiful. It won't be beautiful. And because we all live within the mindset of the human self, um, which is the sin self, we see everything as the attack of, or it's not meant to be. And a lot of people end up in divorce or separation because they just don't have that trust and faith. But again, it's seeing from the eyes of love, it's seeing everything the way that God sees everything. And now, if you are the one who has chosen to wake up first, your marriage, your union, whatever it is, will shift to become the true union that God has created a union to be. It will be pure and it will be beautiful, and you both will be moving in the same direction of whatever it is that you guys have been chosen to do. And the reason why you have been chosen to be together is, one, you are two people who are sharing the same soul. You share the same soul. It has just been broken to occupy two different bodies. And that's why the connection, like when I first met my husband, was so intense. But that intensity created such a fear within me because I have never known a pure love before. And that frightened me. I have always been harmed by any sort of love, and they never were love, but any other counterpart, I've always been injured, mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever it is. I have been attacked by other people. So to have that beauty when I first met him and saw him, um, I knew that this person was special. I knew he was special. I knew we were meant to be together, especially when I found out that we should have met years prior to, that the universe was trying to get us together previously, but it just didn't work out. Um, so you might feel that strangeness of fear when you are with your significant other, the one that you are supposed to be with, is because it's so familiar that you don't understand it. Kind of a fear, not fear that you are going to be physically, murdered or anything like that. It's a fear of knowing that this person is you. It's you. This person is really you. It's just a reflection of you. And this person, your one and only, you will have complete, you will have so many similarities within the spirit self. Like, my husband and I pretty much think and know every single thing that we're both thinking. Whatever I'm thinking in my head, he is talking about, especially now that we have merged together. And it is so funny because here I am, I'm thinking this stuff, and he's like talking, and I'm like, okay, awesome. I don't need to even speak about anything anymore because he is already doing it for me. But of course, there's activities like I don't hunt. My husband hunts, and I don't even eat meat now. So it's you will still have those things, passions that you love that are not the same, but it's the same heart and mind. You know what I mean? And I hope I'm making sense. I am still a little bit jittery, if you can't tell with the way I'm speaking. I can feel the shakiness in my voice still because of the energy that is coming into me. So this November in itself, and then from this moment on until the end of your wake up process, which, this process is never ending. It's always you learning and ascending into something more beautiful. But however you see it, as, hard, difficult, beautiful, smooth sailing, it will be just that. So again, that's why love is so important. Love nurtures and heals every single thing and allows everything to be seen within that same context. So you guys are, if you're waking up and in your twin flame or your significant and your Adam and Eve journey, you have a lot going on. And that's something that I knew for myself. But it's important for you to just focus on healing yourself, because as you focus just on your journey, it will automatically shift your Adam and your Eve. Excuse me. It's the natural law. Your light will shine within them, and it will shine within this world. Just focus on yourself. Focus on healing yourself. Focus on being the divine light that you are, and everything will work out. Love yourself. Know that you are a pillar of light, a pillar of love, and everything works out. Journal your experience, every single symptom, from, tummy aches, everything, headaches, because as you begin to heal, as the light shines within you, it has to heal everything within your body. It has to cleanse the sins within your body. Everything, your negative emotions, from every single thing from the beginning of time has to manifest itself. And it will manifest itself within an illness, or make you feel like you have an illness. It will make you feel as if you are going crazy. It is a very intense time. And I don't want to use traumatic, but it is intense. And it's going to make you feel like you have something definitely wrong with you. You can't think within the illusion of man and self. You have to think within the true spirit. And that helps you through it all. It helps you through it all. Like, I have been suffering with a cold for almost 2 weeks now. And this is the longest illness that I've had within this past year. And it actually could be worse, because I know that in my past, I have been really in the hospital, or just really serious about it because of my lungs. I have been trained to believe that I have weak lungs from beginning of my birth, or since a child. So I've had to change that mindset, because that was an implanted seed of lacking that was given to me. And again, I don't hold any judgment against that. It's just now there's a seed that needs to be removed, and it will always manifest itself. Even at the journey of where I am today, there are still things, still implants that are still left. And that's the process of every single thing. We have lifetimes and generations of healing that has to take place. So that's why we're never done. How long has this earth been here? How many ancestors do we truly have? How many sins have we, or how many bad thoughts have we ever had? Everything has to be eliminated until you are completely within that beautiful light and structure that God knows that you're supposed to be at. So again, I like really talking about the feeling of the energy, because and I don't know how long it's going to take for you to feel it completely within your system. I know my mom is feeling it now, and you may be feeling it now. It's as if everything is just, sorry, but it's like pulsating every single place. And again, it is aggravating, but I know that something beautiful is taking place within me. And my metabolism is increasing. I know that this is going to be the time where I'm losing a lot of weight, as my metabolism is increasing as well, because now I look back during when I was 17 years old, and I'm trying not to take up too much time here, but when I was 17 years old, I had a near-death experience, and it was because my heart, now I understand my heart was actually, my heart chakra was opening up, but it was opening up so intensely and so quickly that I was having huge palpitations, and the doctors didn't understand what was happening and actually couldn't find anything. But yet you can see my body was just continuously rocking like this, and my mom was just terrified during this time. and I knew something was really wrong, and I had drastically lost a lot of weight. Um, so I'm assuming even now that my process was trying to take place even as a child. And that one night I was laying in bed, and I knew I was dying that night because I was being raised up to heaven in this cloud of just complete whiteness, and I saw these faces surrounding me and comforting me and smiling down upon me, and I felt this great huge peace. And but my mom, she came and woke me up, and as she woke me up, I was like, "What's wrong, Mom? Why are you here?" And I remember being upset at her for waking me up because I wanted to go. I wanted to go. That peace that I had was so beautiful. And that was the peace that I have always been trying to capture the rest of my life. Peace. That's something I want to emphasize to you. We're never seeking love. We're never seeking true wealth in life. We're always really, truly seeking peace, to have inner peace within ourselves, to exist in this world as who we are supposed to be, and being every single thing that we want, and just having a calmness about life. And then when you are at complete peace and you are resonating with love, everything comes to you that is supposed to be yours. And as long as you are always within that same mindset of peace, calmness, and love, the more that you are within those mindset, within that resonation of love and calmness and peace, it will come to you. It takes that time. The more that you are within the alignment of love, of peace, the faster things come to you. But things come to you in the time frame that it's supposed to, when you are truly ready for it. God never gives you anything that you aren't ready for. So again, like I said, I knew my process was taking place even as a child, and I could have actually passed away from this wake up process because, again, it is dying within your flesh. And this energy is so powerful. The light is so powerful that it can. And that's not to frighten you, because there's nothing to be fearful of. Don't ever be afraid of it. Fear is of the enemy. But God's light and energy is just that divine. Its power is truly great. And then when you truly absorb and can be that strength and pillar of his divine light and power, that's how powerful you can be as well. And I hope I have made sense. I know how I have gone all throughout this, because, again, my energy is so high for the past few days. And I came home yesterday and finally took a nap about 5 o'clock for a couple of hours, and it was really an intense nap too. I was like comatose, and I still woke up completely tired, and still just shaking and shaking and shaking. But this is a process that I am really looking forward to. I know that something beautiful is happening to me, and I can't wait to see what is happening. So this process of you being your true light doesn't just help you, it helps your counterpart, and it helps the world at large. So just love yourself and nurture yourself and heal yourself first. That's what God says to do anyway. And it's the natural law. When you do that and correct every single thing that is going on in your life, and you will re-experience the turmoil that you have experienced within your lifetime, that you have been denying yourself the feeling of. We suppress a lot as human beings, especially women do. We have those experiences, and then we don't feel worthy of actually feeling that emotion, and we just try to suppress it. And you have to deal with it. You can't suppress it. You have to have that emotion, feel that emotion, journal your emotions, and then send it away with love. You have to heal from it for it to be gone. That's why the I'm sorry, please forgive me thank you and I love you is so important. And if you have not done that, I encourage you to do so. Write your letter to yourself, telling yourself that I am sorry. Thank you. Please forgive me. And I love you. Begin with yourself always, because you have done the most damage to yourself on a daily basis from this entire life. And you need to heal from that. And when you are ready, write the letters to the loved ones um, that you hold dear or who has harmed you the most, and write it in your journal. You don't have to give it to anybody. This is just for you in order for you to heal. And if there ever comes a time where you feel that you are strong enough to hand those letters over, then I also encourage you to do so, because with that becomes a selfless act of love, of healing that you're giving to somebody else as well. And that's what I did with my marriage. I gave it to my husband, and it was a scary moment, but it was the greatest moment. We both began to heal even more so that day, and we became more connected on that day. Okay, I have taken up way too much time. I am nurturing myself today, and I am not exercising yet because of just coughing. I am just cleaning up, doing things about, those kind of things. But I am excited to finally get back to exercising, hopefully by next week, and fascia blasting and get back on day 13. I think I'm on. Okay, guys. Well, I love you all, and much love, health, and healing your way. This is Christy. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.